morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome into the Crypto Logic Podcast. My name is Mike. This is your co-host, John, man, and today is Friday. So, we're doing a little switcheroo. We're doing, trying to make the show a little bit better. So, me and John came up with the concept. On Fridays, we're going to do the show a little bit different. If there's any news that comes out, we will kind of talk about that for a little bit. Obviously, we're going over the market cap, talking about, certain cryptos and things of that nature. But then we really want to answer you guys' questions. You guys have been recently asking us a lot of questions, even in the Discord, even in our comment section. So we want to dedicate Fridays to kind of those days where we, answer you guys' questions that you guys have. I think it'll be a fun time, man. This first one is probably going to be a little shaky just because it's new to us and new to everyone else. So hopefully you guys bear with us with that. But hey, if you're new and you want your question answered, please leave a comment in the comment section down below and we will get to it when we can.
We'll probably, I think I'm going to add a poll to the community tab and ask a question for over the weekend and be like, did you guys like this new question thing for Fridays? Do you want us to keep it going? It'll be like, yes or no.
Yeah. And then
maybe put don't care. I'm just kidding.
And then I think, as we grow, we can more translate into like live shows. And then you guys can ask us questions live.
On like Fridays or something?
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
I think that would be dope. So I guess we go over the market cap, man, see what's going on in the world of crypto. Let me go ahead and refresh real quick.
2.63 trillion still.
2.63 trillion, up almost 2% on the day, man. Bitcoin's kind of sitting at where it was yesterday, but that's still pretty good. At least it didn't fall under 60,000 again. Ethereum hit all-time highs.
It broke it, yeah.
Was that 1 in the morning, I think?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
4,384 and then hit like 4,388.
Yeah.
I don't know what the new all-time high is. What is it?
Let's check.
A lot of people took profits. So if you look at the chart, a lot of people took profits.
Let's see what all-time high.
4,400 now.
Yeah,
past all-time high. That's amazing. Go to like the 7-day chart. Look at that. How people took. When was that dip?
The 27th.
Okay, people were taking profits like heavily. I'm assuming
they bought the dip and then it just
they hit all-time highs. That's good news for the crypto space.
Yeah, I mean it's good news for Ethereum.
Yeah.
I think we broke some news the other day about Ethereum 2.0 is upgrading their nodes and stuff, and that went like 98% good. Like
98% of all nodes were updated.
Yeah, that was so it was successful in that sense. So now we have to kind of wait and see about that's kind of a crazy name.
If you're watching this if you're listening to this on podcast, it's a funny token that just popped up.
Yeah,
really funny name.
Kind of crazy.
Shiba. I'm not gonna say it, but if you guys watch the YouTube video, it's right there in the top right there. You guys see it.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Look at the ticker.
Wow. And that's a meme, but I mean, it probably will make somebody money. Probably. Binance is actually even
500.
Up. Holy cow! It got back up to 500. Okay. Cardano at $2. Solana's back above $200. XRP is at $1.07. Polkadot at 42. Shiba jumped Doge again.
40 billion now.
I'm at 40 billion.
People are saying, I was like, a lot of people are saying like it's the worst time to invest in the SHIB because to literally double your money, SHIB needs to be at an $80 billion market cap.
Damn.
That would make it number 3.
That would make it number 3. Damn.
Number 4, actually. Number 4.
Well, yeah.
But that is insane. That's an insane amount of volume of money. Another $40 billion into it. That's almost, and I was like, it's not impossible. It's not impossible, but it's like 99.8% not going to happen. And like 0.02% chance of that ever actually happening.
The funny
$40 billion.
The funny thing about SHIB is honestly,
money.
Me personally, I never would have thought it got to this point.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you. I would have been like, dude, you're crazy.
Really? Maybe have a little run like this, like Doge had it. I mean, hitting a 50 billion is not theoretically impossible. I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, SHIB at 50 billion though isn't a 2x from if you bought in. You know what I mean? That's like you putting in $1,000, you're getting 1,500.
Yeah, because SHIB was like all the way at the bottom, like number 60 or something, 70.
Yeah, it
all
climbed
the way
a lot,
at the bottom.
man.
It was like in the 10 billion, 15 billion, maybe 5 billion range.
Yeah.
And then they went up and up and up, and then it hit to 40 billion. So that's like because if you look at it, this year or the last 3 months, SHIB has only been a 12x from like the summer.
Yeah.
But for the year, obviously, it's like
Kind of went crazy.
Yeah, it's like 50,000% or 80,000, 100,000. I don't know what it is.
I don't even know what it is.
But from the summer to now, it's like a 1,200%. So it's a 12x. Because you multiply that by 12,000, that turns into 12.
Yeah.
So if you had like $1,000, you would multiply 1,000 by 12. That's how much money you would have if you invested back in the summer.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's insane. I mean, LCX did a 700%, 730% increase within like that same amount of time frame. So it's not like far off. There's a lot of cryptos that did that, but I think SHIB doing another freaking double like
another
that,
40 billion.
Oh, like that's insane.
I mean, like we said yesterday, man.
I don't know. I can't see that happening.
We personally don't believe in the project, but hey, if you're in it and you're making money with it, great. We just hope that you're smart with your money and that you actually pull profits or, allocate those funds into something that maybe, is fundamental, that has longevity, something that's going to be around. We personally don't believe in SHIB's going to be around, but hey, man, we don't know. We're at this point we're basing it off the information that of the past. Most meme coins don't last.
Yeah, especially during the bear market.
You know what I mean?
Meme coins die during the bear market.
They just die, and we would hate to see you guys kind of go through that.
They die. Bear markets will kill them, and then they got regulation pending too.
That's another thing.
And that wasn't even a topic back then. The last bear market,
Nope.
Regulation wasn't a topic back then. No one even thought about regulation then.
Nope.
There was no one talking about crypto. No politics, no musicians, actors. We say this every time. Venture capitalists. There's no ETFs. There's none of that stuff. There's no seriousness that back then. It was serious if you were in the space, but outside of the space, no one gave a damn about crypto.
Exactly.
If you really think about it, most people did not care about crypto back in 2018 if you weren't in it. If you were in the crypto space, you knew, right? Because you're in it. But if you think about the average person that didn't even know about crypto, they just thought it was what does it do for me?
Exactly.
DeFi wasn't even around. NFTs weren't around. Gary Vee wasn't talking about crypto. Gary Vee was talking about, moving motivation stuff still. Talking about social media TikTok, trying to get people to get on TikTok and stuff.
Yep.
He wasn't. Now he's all in. He admitted it. He's like, this is what I've been waiting for. This is my whole life is going to be devoted to
NFTs.
Crypto and NFTs.
Yep.
Well, the space actually, NFTs. But yeah, no one gave a damn.
Yeah, so that's why we think it's a little bit different this time. You know what I mean?
No one cared back then.
We don't know what the future holds.
Yeah,
especially,
it's gonna be interesting.
It has so many eyes on it. It's just like, dude, you have to really know what you're doing. This is not something that I would feel comfortable holding in a bear market if we decide to have one. And imagine it lasting like 4 years. You're sitting there holding that for 4 years.
There's some people that timed the buy-in of SHIB like maybe a couple weeks ago. That was good.
Perfect.
People that timed it when it was out of the top 20 or whatever, and then it getting to the top 20 to literally number 6, like that was perfect timing. That was the time to buy in when people were talking about the rumor of Robinhood listing SHIB, and now it came out that Robinhood might not actually list SHIB.
Yeah, I know. I read that.
There was rumors about Robinhood going on SHIB, and then SHIB got listed on Coinbase. Around that time, when SHIB got listed on Coinbase, that was probably like maybe 3 weeks ago.
Something like that.
I don't know. But around that era, that time, that was when you should have been like buying the rumors. That was when you should have been buying, Coinbase, it might get listed on Coinbase. And the moment it did get listed on Coinbase, you should have bought some then. And that's like right there, that's like the perfect time. But if you waited and now you're trying to buy now because now you've seen it run up and you want to buy it now, that's the dumbest thing to do, because now you're looking at it, I'm like, okay, how much more can it go off of hype? That was the initial hype pump.
That was super hype.
Now it's chilling. It's dipped a little bit. Now it's chilling. Do you think there's gonna be another hype train? Maybe, but will it just get back to where it was maybe like 2 days ago, by number 6?
Yeah, but yeah.
Can it get another 10-20 billion dollars here? To go to number 5?
I mean, okay.
To get to 66 billion?
I think it possibly might get 10 more billion off of hype.
Yeah.
Because literally every single TikTok content creator, YouTuber, they're all talking about it, man. They're literally all talking about it, saying investing in da da da.
Damn.
And it's like, damn, dude, you guys are the reason people lose money. I feel like,
and then it gets scorned.
Yeah, and then they hate the crypto space because they're like they're buying the top. This is theoretically the top. Nobody ever fully knows what the full top is, but
Right now, as it stands in the chart, it's basically
this is the top. It's up 166% on the day on the week. You know what I mean? So it's like you're telling people to buy the top. You're making them feel FOMO. You're making them feel like they're gonna miss out. And then they buy it, and then it retraces because that's what crypto does. And then they freak out, and they're like, dude, I lost money.
Dogecoin had its amazing run all the way to 75 cents, and that's with Saturday Night Live. That's with Elon Musk. That's with Mark Cuban. That's with all that, right? And she basically borderline had that, and Elon Musk was shitting on it. He said, I don't hold any of that crap. None. Yeah. And Doge still hasn't recovered. People are holding, buying that bought at 60 cents up, still holding. Hoping for it to just get back to 60 cents
so they can buy it.
Yeah, and it hasn't touched it since. It's been months.
Yeah.
Do you know how much hype? And Elon Musk tweets about it. It still doesn't do anything anymore. And I feel like she was gonna get to that point. It's just gonna hold and just stay there. And people are gonna be holding it. Oh man, somebody please tweet about it.
They were saying that about Doge too.
And you got Luna, all these utility ecosystems, utilities just sitting there waiting for their prime moment to just boom blow up, just like they have a Solana moment.
Yep.
And all these are just building and working. What are they doing? They're building, working, creating their infrastructure, getting ready for the new future of crypto. Sheep doesn't do anything; just sits there, just white. We got to swap. We have a swap.
Yeah, man.
Swap stuff. Like what?
Oh man, Avalanche is doing pretty good.
See, you got things building.
Matic, Algorand, it's Cosmo. Look, Cosmos even jumped up to $40. It was sitting chilling at like $32-$35. You know,
Axie Infinity blew up.
Yeah, and that's a gain.
I did some math this morning. I was like, if you had invested $100 this time last year in Axie, you'd have 88,000, and if you had invested $100 in Axie in January 1st, that would be worth 25,000 today.
Damn,
$100. $100. Bought some Axie, just left it there, and then today it would be worth about $25,000.
That's crazy.
$100. Where else are you gonna do that? Turn $100 into $25,000 without just breathing, just staying alive,
or without it being illegal.
Without it being illegal, just staying alive. Yeah. Knowing where the money is at and knowing when to take it out or how to take it out. That's all you need to know. Put it in and then you just leave it there. Like, all right. And just leave it there and just stay alive. And then to this day, you look at it, it'd be worth like $25,000.
Yeah, but I mean,
beginning of the year.
But $100 though.
$100
is not something that you go, you know what? I need that $100, dog. I need to get gas. You know what I'm saying?
$100.
Now, if it's $1,000, that's different.
Yeah, but $1,000 would be $250,000.
Exactly. But I mean,
but I'm saying 100.
Yeah.
100.
Yeah.
That's a phone bill price. That's two full tanks of gas.
Facts.
That's a week's worth of eating out. If you eat out, if you have a significant other and you're spending $30 to go out to eat.
Yep. Or that's
for a week straight.
That's like
3 days.
2 sushi trips.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like every time we go to sushi, it's like.
Oh yeah, we went to that sushi. I took him to that sushi spot.
Oh my god.
There's a robot.
It's freaking amazing.
There's a robot, and I was making a joke. I didn't even see that robot the first time I went, but then the food comes out to you automatically, so there's no wait or anything. It just comes out.
Yeah, it's on like a belt.
And then this little robot comes out with a little smiley face, and it's like, "Here you go, you get some water." It'll turn around and it makes you get the water out of its back. So you get the water out and then the soy sauce.
And then it leaves.
And it says bye. And it turns around and leaves.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
And then if you don't pay, it goes to the door and it goes, "You did not pay. You did not." No, I'm just kidding.
No, it doesn't
That's
do
what
that.
he said.
But honestly, guys, it is pretty cool. I wish I could show
it's
you,
a robot,
but it's pretty dope.
That's the world we're living in.
It's kind of like a precursor to where we're going.
Yeah, we paid on that QR code.
And also, did you guys see the new metaverse thing that
Facebook? Yeah,
Facebook is coming out with.
Yeah,
dude, that thing is freaking amazing.
We dropped that video on the TikTok. I made like a little TikTok about it. If you guys want,
dude, you guys should check that out. If I can find a tweet, John, do you have that tweet? Maybe we could show him. It won't have any audio, unfortunately. I don't know why, but Brave browser doesn't let me do.
I have it. I can send it. We can do it towards the end of the show.
It doesn't let me have.
I have the actual video recorded, so
audio,
I'll send it.
which is kind of strange.
I have it. We'll send it. We'll play. We should play it at the end of the show or towards the end. What do you think?
Okay, that's.
Because I have to send it over right now.
Cool, no problem.
Because I have the video recorded.
Oh, nice, so nice. So with that being said, let's dive into some of the news, and then we're gonna get into the questions over at the end, and there'll be timestamps all around, so you guys can switch around wherever you want to go. Now, apparently, you guys know the Squid Games movie on Netflix, right?
Show, yeah.
Yeah, show the series on Netflix.
Yeah, I didn't watch it. I heard it was really good though.
That was huge. Everyone loved it. I mean, I enjoyed it. Yeah, I watched
the whole thing.
No, I watched a couple episodes. My wife ended up finishing it. I
wanna get into it, but I get super like hooked, and I don't want to spend like 8 hours binging it.
This will hook you. Yeah. I'm not even gonna lie to you, dude. It will hook you because it takes you down a
might watch it this
emotional
weekend.
roller coaster. It's pretty dope. But so there was a token made called Squid Game, and a lot of people were like, "Oh, this is tight," because
like based off the show, huh?
Based off the show. And then they, Squid Game's token came out and said, "Hey, we've got 45,000% gains."
People made 45,000%. That's like the highest that's one person made, I guess, or some people were making
in a few days, guys, after launch earlier this week.
Pancake swap.
But multiple investors have now reported that they're unable to sell the token.
Damn.
And it's on Pancake Swap, so there might be some type of malicious code that doesn't.
You've been in one. I was close. I was trying to invest in it, and you got in it, and you couldn't. My nephew, he got in it too. He couldn't sell.
So
it was part of the code.
It's something in the code that allows for you to invest in it, but it doesn't allow for you to take it out. And it's not that they won't take it. They won't allow for you to take it out. It's they only allow for you to take out minuscule amounts, but you have to know what that minuscule amount is. So say they put it in the code that you can only take out 5 cents equivalent at a time. But the people that invest in it don't know that. They're just thinking, oh, I'm going to get in and get out. I've doubled my money. I'm going to get out. But then when you try to get out, it just keeps saying 0, 0. But yet you're still paying fees to swap it, but nothing ever happens. You don't get any of your tokens back. So people are now reporting that they're not able to sell, man. And this happens.
That's so bad.
This happened to me before.
This is a token, not even NFT. This is a crypto. And you know that show, it was the #1, like it broke all of Netflix's records of viewership, people signing up for Netflix to watch this show. People that never had Netflix before. It broke those records. It broke retention. It broke people staying. It broke referrals, all that stuff that people watched the damn show. Yeah. It was the #1 viewed show, and then they're already gonna do a season 2, and it's like, so this token drops. There's already diehard people that love this show, that people that don't know about crypto, that don't know about rug pulls. Oh, this is a legit token. It's probably from the show. Oh, I'm gonna buy it. How do you buy it? How do you buy it? Oh, and then there's people that are actually just average crypto investors that were like, oh, I know a little bit of crypto. Oh, I want to buy some. This is probably legit. Oh, this is cool. And other people, think about this. Other people that know cryptos are even aware of rug pulls, but think like this. Oh, this might be boom, because people are gonna buy into it because it's a good IP.
Everybody already knows what it is.
So I'm gonna buy in early, and then hopefully this is gonna price appreciate really well. But not thinking that, you can't sell shit. Right? Because it happened, dude. There's 45,000% gains. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
And that's in a few days,
like
bro.
Days.
That's not a month. That's not 3 months. You're holding for imagine holding on Monday and then going 45,000 today.
That's insane,
bro. You're gonna be like, what the? You're gonna, bro. But now you can't even sell it. And the thing that pisses me off, man, is because it's like, are you really that money hungry for money that you won't? Like, you would have made the same amount of money had you allowed other people to sell, and your project would have continued to go on. Yeah. Why do you have to be so greedy?
But this is because that liquidity pool is probably millions and millions upon millions of dollars in there. Yeah. That guy's eventually gonna pull. I don't know. No news has come out and saying that he's pulled it yet. Maybe deeper in the article. But look at the chart. There's a chart right there. There's no dips. It's just it just goes straight up.
It started here at 12 cents.
12 cents.
And then it went all the way up to almost $5, if I'm not mistaken. Damn.
And then go down. It says, why are all the founders not on LinkedIn? I was gonna ape. See, a lot of people that are into crypto aped in because, this is good. It's a good IP. People are know about crypto games. I'm gonna get in. I'm gonna pump and dump it. Not pump and dump it, but like I'm gonna get in early, sell. Right? There's people that swing traders. People that do that. So, you go on the CoinMarketCap and you look at the new ones, right? And it's a game that you play. So
let me kind of explain aping in for those who don't know. Aping in means you just go in blindly. It's kind of like FOMO, but it's different in a sense. Like FOMO is a fear of missing out. aped in. You're just like, I don't care. I'm gonna go in because I know that this is gonna do good, and then I'm gonna be able to do this, that, and the other. That's what aping in is, just for clarification. But yeah, someone found out that, hey, the devs are not on LinkedIn. They didn't dox themselves. They're completely random. Nobody knows who it is. It could be a 5-year-old kid, could be a 60-year-old man, could be a woman. Nobody knows. And he tweeted this out, and maybe some people caught it, but majority of people didn't. They see that and they're like, damn, he's right. The founders aren't on LinkedIn. Let me try and sell because, technically I'm still up. So let me try and sell right now. And they weren't able to.
Yeah, look, and he says right here, he said closed Telegram group, red flag, red flag. Closed Discord, red flag, red flag. Blocked tweets, comments, red flag, red flag. No founder on LinkedIn, red flag, red flag. CNBC article to pump, red flag, red flag. Confirmed scam. And people that can't sell, and that person's just gonna take the liquidity pool and disappear, just like the Apes NFT.
Yep.
It's part of the code. If you're a coder and you know how to do this stuff, you just take the liquidity and you send all that money to a single wallet, and no one can find that wallet. They don't know who it's not doxed to anybody.
They might be able to find the wallet, but it doesn't. It's not like the wallet says, "Hey, it's Michael Joe Sally."
That's what lossless and happy are for. We're gonna get that later. But happy,
happy's
there to save the day. But no, go down. Look, yeah, dude. And then look, Squids. CoinMarketCap issued a post noting that Squid's rally may mean that playing the Squid Game described in the project white paper may be unaffordable for most participants due to Squid's holding requirements. Damn. So see, that's dangerous because there's no regulation right now. Anything should be listed.
That's crazy.
To play the game, you need 15,000 Squid, which is over $80,000.
Yeah, you had to hold 15,000 Squid, and
because that's the price that's at now.
The crazy part about it is somebody probably had that amount of money.
Oh, and look, CoinGecko said we stayed away from Squid. This token did not meet our listing criteria, hence it will not be listed on CoinGecko. It's most likely a scam. That's what the CoinGecko co-founder said.
I mean, but listen, I could see why they would say that, and because CoinMarketCap listed it, but it's like, come on, dude, you guys listed a bunch of rugs as well.
Yeah.
So don't sit over here. And
they did. We were in one of those.
Exactly.
They were the one that listed the one that we were in first.
So don't come over here and act like, oh, you're so holy. Like, come on, man.
Liquidity of Squid will be locked for 3 years.
Damn.
The unlock date is October 20th. He's gonna take it in the middle of the night. In the middle of the night, he's just gonna pull it, or he's gonna pull a little bit by little. That's so bad.
That's insane.
Stay away from this. Don't stay away from this. My opinion.
How would you even know that this was considered be a? You wouldn't be able to pull your money out. You wouldn't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the scary part. Like this article right here is why majority of people are afraid to get into crypto. I'm gonna be completely honest with you, dude.
Imagine making 45,000% and you're happy. Your life changed.
You got $250,000 in there,
and then you're like, "Oh, I'm gonna sell some profits," and you're like, "Wait, what?" You just can't. And it says for 3 years you can't. What the? 3 years you can't sell. What the fuck? And then they haven't pulled the rug yet, so we'll wait to see. We'll let you know, right?
Well, yeah, we'll let you
know. They
haven't
pulled the rug yet. It's just no one can sell right now.
We'll follow the story.
Big red flag.
Now, this next article has to do with Australia's securities regulators. They're creating their own ETFs, but they call them ETPs. As you go down in the article, basically their ETPs or their ETFs is going to basically be Bitcoin and Ethereum for now, but I'm pretty sure they're going to have more. So it says, as October 2021, Bitcoin and Ether apparently are likely to satisfy all 5 factors identified above to determine appropriate underlying assets for our ETP. We expect the range of non-financial product crypto assets that can satisfy these factors will expand over time, as I basically stated earlier. Now, the Australian ETF provider BetaShares, which is going to be the company that is going to launch their ETF, is linked to companies like Coinbase, as you guys all know Coinbase, and MicroStrategies, which is basically the company that's buying all of the Bitcoin right now. If you type in MicroStrategies or Michael Saylor, you will see, oh, just bought 9,000 Bitcoin, just bought the dip on the Bitcoin, just bought this Bitcoin. They're trying to be the biggest player on Bitcoin because they want all the ETFs so that you're going to have to come to them to get it. You know what I mean? And this Australian ETF provider, BetaShares, is going to be linked to them. So they'll have, Bitcoin in their in their back pocket as well. So I think this is going to be pretty dope for the Australians.
Yeah, see, that's what we're saying. Like, there's we said this like I think last week. It's not like an ETF. It's just like one product. It's the fact that one product was listed, which means that all the other products want to just have to copy that one that got listed. That's all they have to do is just this one got approved, and then they find like the SEC in America finally approved it because they've been trying for years, and that's what didn't happen in the last bear run or whatever bear market. There was no ETFs. The SEC finally approved a futures ETF, and now this gave a blueprint for other companies, other venture capitalists, other banks, everything to just copy that blueprint. And we saw the other day, we were in the news, like some of them are trying to sneak them on the radar, and that's just like, no, not that. That's not ready. No, you can't do that.
Yeah.
So then they have to kind of copy. It's just basically that very first one, that Pro Shares, I think is what it is.
Yeah.
Gave the blueprint of all these new ETFs that are ready to, and then they're going to launch their version, and then they're going to be able to launch newer versions of it as more clarity around the space has been developed. The infrastructure has been built. There's gonna be more and more and more and different types of ETFs, better versions of it.
Yeah. So,
right. In regards of how it's backed.
Yep.
You know, this one's backed by Coinbase and MicroStrategy.
Which is, I mean, these are big household names.
And MicroStrategy's ETF is based off of the Bitcoin that they actually own.
Yeah.
So if
it would be backed by it.
Yeah.
Which kind of makes me think that this might be backed by it too if they're tied in with them.
Yeah, that's what it is. And then so if you think about it, America's not the only one that does this stuff. So now look, we're just showing you Australia is doing it.
Yeah.
Think about how many other countries are going to do, France and etc., UK.
Yep. And if you're in Australia and you want to potentially look into this, I think they said the ticker is Crypt. So CRYP. And apparently it's going to be coming out next week. So definitely be on the lookout for
all my
that.
LA family. So I ain't buying that shit. Brit, give me some Brit. I ain't buying that. On my LA family. That's gonna be funny for people that know what I'm talking about. People that don't know, what is he talking about?
Yeah.
Bripto, Bardano. No, I'm just kidding.
Let's move on to the next article, man. More than 40 digital currency ETFs await the U.S. regulatory approval. This is basically just what John stated earlier, that, you know, there's going to be tons and tons of different ETFs coming out as the years go on. Even months, days, weeks, whatever, what have you. But there's a lot coming out, man. And they're really going to be pushing this hard because they really want to get the everyday stock investor the opportunity to invest in a crypto,
taste of crypto,
without actually being so volatile.
And into crypto itself in regards of wallets and exchanges. And like, no, they'll handle all that for you. And it's basically based on, it's like how the crypto market is doing. It's not like they're buying the actual crypto. It's like gambling in a sense, but like they love that stuff though. But it's like, oh, we're gonna invest into this Bitcoin here, and Bitcoin can hit 100,000. If it does hit 100,000, we'll give you this amount. Except it's like weird. It's like an IOU type of thing. It's like super weird.
Is that considered like a derivative?
Yeah. It's like, essentially, it's like weird, but they do that way, and then it's the same thing with when they do with regular stocks. They predict like, okay, you put Microsoft in here, you put Amazon here, and if Amazon hits these numbers, and this is okay, you get this amount. It's worth this amount because you, quote unquote, bought the average of Microsoft at 192. You bought Apple at 57, and then all of a sudden Apple goes to like 99. You're like, oh, this is how much your ETF is worth now.
Exactly.
It's like weird. It's like, but that's how they're doing with the crypto space. It's like they're like horse betting.
I mean, but the people, the you know, the big hedge funds, the multimillionaires, even billionaires, they don't go to regular like TD Ameritrades or anything like that. They have managers that manage this kind of stuff. Yeah. And you know, they're gonna sit down with their manager and they're gonna be like, man, what's going on with this ETF stuff? Oh yeah, man, it's got this. We got
Litecoin, we got Bitcoin, we got Ethereum.
Which one do you want?
Cardano's in here, Polkadot, Luna. What do you want? What do you think? Luna does this. What do you think? You think Luna will hit $150 one day? $200? Yeah. Okay, how much you want to put? I want to put like $2 million, and as a, you know, that's the amount of derivatives I want to buy of Luna. You know, it's crazy how it's gonna play out for the future. These people are gonna just take it over. They're gonna. It's like gambling.
I was talking to someone who has like a manager that manages their funds and put it into like funds like that, right? And he said that you have to lock your money up for a period of time. You could either do 6 months, that's like the riskier assets, or you could do like 2 years, and then you could do like 5+ years or 6+ years, whatever that case is.
That's what keeps it from being volatile.
So that's the kind of scary thing about like that. Like even in crypto, you don't have to lock it up. I mean, unless you're like staking, but some companies or some crypto assets, they don't They don't want you to hold it and stake it for like 2 years. You could do like 3 months.
But that's
or you
why
could do
they're
2
doing
weeks.
Bitcoin. Bitcoin's
That's
the
true.
only one that they know if they get their hands on it, it won't, because the retail investors can't damage it. We can't affect it. If they were to do it for XRP or Cardano, there's enough retail investors that can pull profits and mess it up.
Right.
So right now they know that Bitcoin it's ours, or rich people could only buy. Like the average viewer can't come in there and buy 20,000 Bitcoin and mess up and just be a whale. No, it's too late.
I mean, even Elon
Ethereum's
Musk,
right there next.
Elon Musk sold a little bit.
Yeah,
He's
and
like,
nothing
look,
happened.
see, nothing happened to Bitcoin.
Yeah.
So
That's what he was saying.
Proof,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He sold a little bit of Bitcoin just to prove that it wasn't gonna tank the price, and it didn't.
And then it's a little bit to him, but it's like, you know what I mean?
No,
like
it's a
couple
lot
million.
to us.
Exactly.
And to him, it's like,
it's like, yeah.
And then eventually, Bitcoin, dude, I can see, like, now I can really see Bitcoin hitting like 6 figures, which I always did, but like it's like guaranteed in my head.
Yeah.
In my head, personally, I feel like, oh yeah, Bitcoin is gonna be so freaking insanely high, and it's just gonna be get cash. That's where I put my money. Like you said, store of value.
Bro, I found out about Litecoin, what people actually use it for. So I was on the interwebs, right? And I ran across this video about how to cash out your crypto without going back to fiat. And they were talking about buying like gift cards and stuff, like Amazon gift cards, Walmart gift cards, and all that kind of stuff. And you could buy it, but you use Litecoin because it's cheaper to send to a Litecoin wallet than to send like Bitcoin or Ethereum or anything like that. So that's what Litecoin is technically used for. I didn't even know that.
You send stuff?
It's like sending money, but it's the cheaper one out of all of them to send the money. Because they have like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin, and they have a couple of other ones. But Litecoin is the one that costs the cheapest amount. That's what I figured out what Litecoin is. But
isn't it Litecoin a fork off of Bitcoin too, or something like that?
I heard
the same code or something like that.
I don't know, but it just popped in my head, so I just want to kind of let you know. But yeah, guys. So more than 40 digital ETFs are going to be coming out soon. So I think
that's a lot.
I think Bitcoin will just kind of skyrocket.
It'll just be steadily going up 5,000, 7,000 a week.
I think so.
And then eventually, and like by the end of the year, it'll be like over 100,000.
I mean, it's gonna consolidate and probably maybe drop. I don't know. But I could see $100,000 Bitcoin. Some people are saying it's gonna be $1 million, not this bull cycle, but overall later on in the years, however many years it takes. But some people are gonna say that it's gonna be in the millions. Now, will it go that far? I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. But hey, I will say that it could potentially hit, $100,000. So that'll be pretty dope. Now let's get into the first question. And this one is going to be, now forgive us if we pronounce your name wrong. I think it's pronounced Mateus.
Mateus? Yeah. Probably.
Hopefully. If I made a mistake, I apologize in advance. But so he said, guys, I have XRP, VXV, Albert, HBAR, and QUANT. Pretty great portfolio. Do you believe it is a good thing to add more coins on my portfolio like LCX and HAPI? Or am I well exposed? Because if I add more coins, I will not have a great volume on each one. So, John, do you want to go first or would you like me to?
There you go, because I know you have like a very... You're passionate. We were talking about off here yesterday. You're like very passionate about it.
Okay.
I want to make it short.
So, with XRP, VXV, Albert, HBAR, and QUANT, I think that's a very great portfolio as it already stands. Now, this state that we're currently in, whether we think we're in a bull run, whether we're about to hit a bull run, we just don't know at this point. Anything could basically happen. Now adding LCX, as you guys know, we've been talking about it. We've talked about it multiple times during this week, and it's been breaking all-time high after all-time high. Then it got listed on Coinbase. So, there will be some more volume pumping into LCX right now.
Really quick, LCX Coinbase listing has been delayed. Coinbase announced that there's a delay. Nothing bad. It's just it's gonna probably come out next week now.
Okay.
But yeah.
So yeah, that's going to happen. And then when that happens, we'll probably see some more price appreciation for LCX. So to answer the short-term question, it's kind of like a double question. Like, what is your goal for it? Is your goal to take profits this year? If your goal is to take profits this year and you don't have enough funds in the real world to allocate enough money to buying these, then me personally, I would say don't do it. But if your goal is to hold it for a couple of years, then yes, I would say add in LCX, and I would say add in HAPI. Now, HAPI, on the other hand, is a different story, because HAPI, I'm not sure what the price is right now, but yesterday we were looking at it and it was like $99 or $95,
$93.95,
something like that. So I mean, HAPI, if you just have one HAPI, you know, potentially HAPI, we showed you guys the numbers, at $1 billion market cap, is going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of like $5,000 for one HAPI, or, you know, potentially $10,000 if it goes higher. So I know $5,000 isn't life-changing money, but $5,000 is, imagine that happening within like the next month and a half or next 2 months or whatever, you know, whenever the bull run starts and HAPI starts to kind of take off. So, you know, just having one HAPI, just $100 might do you better. But it's just, I can't really answer this question without knowing your goal, you know? So I apologize for kind of being a little vague, but I hope that answer helps you out. John?
Yeah, so that portfolio is beautiful because I have that. Everything in that comment I hold, so it's a little biased. I know you hold up, but I think you hold almost all those too. I think.
Yes.
And so for me, is like, if it's specifically for LCX and HAPI, I would recommend buying LCX and HAPI, because HAPI was just recently added to my portfolio, just like it was for you at $69 or $70 or something like that.
Yeah.
It, you know, and that was because we saw the tokenomics of it. So when it comes to this mindset, just take the general question of, okay, I have bags in these particular cryptos, like let's say, right, XRP, VXV, Albert, HBAR, QUANT. I have these bags. These cryptos, other than XRP, have already sort of had a little bit of an increase. Quant has had a really big increase. VXV has had a really good increase. HBAR is methodically slow. XRP is methodically slow with potential to blow up, right? HBAR I don't think will blow up this year. It already blew up to 50 cents, all-time highs.
Yeah.
So HBAR is something that you would stack, right? And VXV, you have to spend a lot of money at this point. Right. To stack, because it already blew up. If you didn't buy in under $3 or whatever, if you buy anything after $3, it's pretty expensive. So putting $20 into VXV is, you're only getting like one or two, right?
Yeah.
So then, and so that it would probably be, you know, it depends on how fast, if you're trying to take profits this time around. If you're trying to take profits this bull run, then I would recommend stacking what you already have.
Exactly.
If you're trying to just, if you're trying to take profits out right now because you already have a position in those, and then when they accumulate, when they pump up, you can take some off the top.
Exactly.
And then reinvest into these new ones. But for this particular question, he mentioned LCX and HAPI. I would recommend buying LCX and HAPI due to the fact that LCX's tokenomics are solid. It's like, I believe, I can't remember, because I always be thinking about all these cryptos, and I can't remember if LCX has 950 million tokens, which is under $1 billion.
Mm-hmm.
Let me double check real quick. I believe it does. Yes, LCX has under 1 billion tokens. HAPI has like 481,000 tokens. So HAPI's price appreciation with $1 billion injected into it will make it like around $5,000. So from $93, you can make $5,000 in the next couple months. That's amazing. LCX, on the other hand, a month ago, 2 months ago, was under 5 cents. So you could have bought a lot. Like at $300 today would have went up to like what? Like you would have had like it was like a 7x, right?
Something like that. Yeah.
So for me, LCX is a no-brainer, because the tokenomics explain that, hey, this thing has under 1 billion tokens. If this thing had 1 billion, 2 billion, 3 billion market cap, it'd be $3 to $5. So from 33 cents to $3 to $5, depending on how much you put in, that's a really good return on your investment. But that's because of the tokenomics, though. And LCX could, if it has $1 billion, it's gonna hit like $2.
Yeah,
that's really good, in my opinion. Even if you didn't buy it under 5 cents, if you bought at 5 cents, put in $100, and that's amazing. But at 33 cents, you could still spend $50 and get a decent amount, not a crazy amount, but a decent amount. Right. $100, you get even more. $500, you get even more. So that's why for these particular cryptos, I would recommend, yes, if the tokenomics help, like validate that, you can put a little bit of money and still make some decent money. But then like if you're trying to buy something like maybe Gala already had its little run up, I wouldn't expect profits this time around. I wouldn't, there's 35 billion tokens in Gala. Gala was like 1 cent when we mentioned it, 2 cents. It blew up to 9-10 cents, 13 cents, I think.
Yeah.
That was a good run up. Now, would I recommend buying Gala? Nah, I'd probably buy that in the bear market. I wouldn't add Gala. I wouldn't add VeChain. I wouldn't add something that has billions and billions of tokens. And if it already had a run up, like,
yeah.
So my answer to that question is look at the tokenomics and see how good the price can appreciate if you're trying to take profits this time around.
Yeah. And
I hope that makes sense.
And hopefully the answers that we both gave you, man, kind of give you a little bit more clarity. Obviously, it's not financial advice. You have to do your
entertainment purposes.
Your due diligence. You have to make sure that you feel comfortable putting your money into these different projects. But yeah, man, we hope that helps you out. And if you have any other questions, man, feel free to reach us in the comment section or join our Discord, man. There's tons and tons of helpful people. We're gonna show you guys right now. There was a gentleman who asked this question, Mr. Audio Maker, I think. Hopefully, he said, "Do you guys know and could explain the difference between HAPI and lossless? Which project do you guys find superior? Love from Switzerland."
Switzerland. I want to visit Switzerland, man.
Is it always cold? I feel like it's always cold.
Did you remember watching Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man?
Uh-huh.
Remember when he got hit by a train and they sent him somewhere? That was Switzerland.
I think that'd be, dude. I mean,
it was really cool. Huh?
I really want to travel, but I'm like, dude, I don't want to go alone. So I'm kind of afraid in that sense. But shout out to you, man. Thank you for all
Take
support
your fam.
from dude. Imagine having kids on the freaking, no, heck no. Love from Switzerland. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, wait for them to get older.
Now, this guy came. This was in our Discord.
Correct? Yeah, that's Silver Stranger. He's he's dope. He's in the Discord answering a lot of questions. He's very knowledgeable. I love this guy. He teaches me a lot of stuff too. It's like that's what I love about our community. Like everyone in there has knowledge, and it's like no one is higher than I'm learning like crazy. I'm not saying we all are gonna be experts, but I'm learning like crazy. Mike's learning. We're all learning, and it's awesome to have people in there that have that give us information here left and right, and you're like, oh wow, I'm always learning. I'm always in the Discord like learning and reading. So it's like you guys need to join it because it's a beautiful community. I think we're building a really great community here.
Yeah,
and he's really shout out to Silver Stranger.
So he answered your question. He said, I have heard of both of them, and he said, based on my research, LSS, which is lossless, at the present time focus exclusively on stolen funds via bots acting as oracles, I presume. HAPI focuses on stolen funds / money laundering and hacked networks. For example, if a user is hacked on a network, but funds are not stolen right away, you would still benefit from HAPI's protection. Both seem necessary as every exchange will need this. The only real threat at the moment to HAPI would be if Link, which is Chainlink, could provide security via its oracles as well. In a couple of years, there will be tons of security solutions. I like both, but obviously I own HAPI and it has a better investment tokenomics. That's at the current point right now.
That's literally also that ending sentence ties in to the question before.
Exactly.
The tokenomics. So LCXs and HAPI have great tokenomics, but remember, like we said, if it's Gala and other ones that have billions and billions of tokens, and it's already had a little bit like an 80% increase, 100, that doesn't make sense. Investing in your packs you already have.
Exactly.
So that's why he's saying HAPI. He would pick HAPI because HAPI only has 481,000 tokens. The investing at $93 can literally could make you $4,000 within the matter of months, a month.
Exactly.
Right? Could be weeks theoretically.
Yeah, we don't know.
HAPI gets listed on Coinbase and gets listed on all these exchanges that all back to back to back.
Yeah.
Mark Cuban says, hey, I really like this HAPI token. Protects me from getting rugged or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's one thing. And then another thing that I really take from this is that he said that there's going to be, over the next couple of years, there's going to be tons of security solutions. And that's what we said a long time ago. And now this is where my thing of, you think things are sweet? Is that how many cryptos are going to pop up seeing one thing, doing this thing, and saying, hey, we can do this better.
Right.
During the bear market, we don't know. Look at Morpheus and VeChain. Morpheus came out of nowhere. And then, there's gaming tokens that are going to come out that's better than this game. And there's going to be room for everybody. But at the end of the day, when regulation comes, which one is going to survive? The ones that can partner with the certain cryptos that can take it along and protect it. A lot of these cryptos are going to come up and just be on their own. And that's like a little rant, but he's basically saying, hey, I'm just letting you know right now as it stands, HAPI is a good security token. Lossless is an up and coming security token. There's going to be more that come out. So if you miss these two, you might have an opportunity for more.
Lossless, I think, recovered some funds before,
they did too,
right?
They recovered like $16 million worth of some scam or some hack that happened. They were able to get the $16 million back for that exchange.
I wonder if lossless would help the people in the first article that we mentioned with the
maybe
the Netflix thing.
Maybe it could, and it has 100 million tokens. I'm looking at it. It's $1.85 right now, and HAPI's $93. So what do you want to do? Yeah. I mean, that's the 100 million is still really low though. Anything under $1 billion is great tokenomics. I love it. I love that supply. Under $1 billion is good. 100 million is really low. That's really good. So if it had basically, because I think, because VeChain has what, 50 million?
VeChain,
so we would say VeChain is 50 million. Not VeChain. I'm so sorry.
No, I don't think
VXV.
I was saying
VeChain has like
more.
40 billion or something.
Way more.
VXV has like 50 million, and they're doing buybacks, so they're reducing their supply down to their goal is 10 million. Yeah. But I think at VXV being 50 million tokens at $10, lossless would be half of what half of what VXV is in regards of price.
Right.
So if VXV is $10, losses would be $5. That's basically because of the 50 and 100.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that, and look how VXV hit $19. $19.
That
lossless at
$8.75 or something like that. Yeah.
And VXV did it with just retail hype.
Pretty much.
Of what VXV will become. Exactly. VXV is not what it's supposed to be yet. VXV is still a baby. It's like 3 years old, right? The little baby. It's not Michael Jordan yet. Michael Jordan didn't dunk at 3 years old.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Michael Jordan didn't go and start dunk from the free throw line at 3 years old.
Lossless is already using it.
Yeah, and the loss is only at $1.85.
Exactly.
So I'm using VXV's comparison as VXV. I don't even think hit $1 billion market cap yet.
No.
And still hit $19, right? And then if VXV the supply is double of what losses, or less than 50% of what losses is, the losses is double the supply of VXV. So if VXV can hit $19 based off of just hype of what it's going to be, I think losses have potential to do good numbers here in the long, even in the short term, because
$8 to $9
off of, and it's already being used low key. It takes one partnership, one crypto to look at it and go, oh, we want you on our team. Come, we partner with lossless. There we go. Now losses is at $4. And then also it could happen. It's not financial advice, but that's just my logic of how I think of these like new cryptos that come up in regards of the tokenomics and the pricing. He basically explained what they do. They take care of your crypto, the exchanges, cryptos, and everything like that, protects you.
Yeah. So, I mean, honestly, guys, we enjoy answering you guys' questions and having discussions about it, because, you know, a lot of people will just tell you, oh yeah, bro, get it HAPI. Do it right now. Get it HAPI. It's gonna go crazy. We're giving you we're gonna give you the price and where we think it's gonna go, and we're gonna give you the opposite side of it. Like this the tokenomic, this, that, or the other. You know what I'm saying? We're never gonna just shill stuff to you. Will we talk about tokens that we like? Yes, of course. But it's never something that you're going to have to feel like you're gonna have to FOMO into. You know. And
I have one quick thing. I remember I dropped one of our videos in a Reddit group, and for the most part, a lot of people love, like, that don't know about us, like what we provide. There's a couple people in there that are just like, oh, they're just mindlessly talk about stuff. Like they don't have all these, they don't have the numbers, they don't have the chart, they don't talk about what, they don't like talk about the real. Like, and basically what I took from that was, okay, we aren't here to provide technical analysis. I know Mike does do it, but we don't sit here and have all the key words and the key terms and like a computer. You know what I'm saying? We think logically.
That can only get you so far.
This is how the average person's gonna think, how we think. It's not like we're trying to be, if we were to come on here and we're like, if Mark Zuckerberg were to sit down and start talking about how he built Facebook with code, you would understand it. We would sit here and go, what are you saying? Yeah, we put HTML, blah, blah, blah. He starts talking about how he built Facebook, but then he just says, oh yeah, Facebook's meant you can send pictures, and he talks about stuff like that. You're gonna get it. Like, oh, this is what Facebook. You want Facebook to do? Oh, I post an update and people can see and like it.
Exactly.
But then he talks about the code that it takes to do that. You're not gonna want to hear that. You're like, I don't get it. Why are you telling me this? What is it that you're trying to do? So we're talking logically. This is not some science. We're not giving you a scientific explanation. We're giving you a real life human interaction type of
where everyone can understand. Yeah.
And that's just how we understand crypto, and we've done well. And you can't, if we were like doing this and then like, oh man, my portfolio, I put in 3,000 and it's like now it's worth $800. That's a different story. That's a different story.
Or we get on live and we're like, all right, look at the Fibonacci retracement and look at the downtrend. And people are gonna be like, dude, what the?
And we're like one of the only ones that don't try to be anything. This is just how, if you see us in person, this is how we would talk.
Exactly.
It's literally how we would interact with you, making jokes, laughing, looking at how we look at crypto logically. That's why we named ourselves Crypto Logic. It's just logic. It's just, it is what it is, what we see. And
I mean, they've seen this on Dante's channel, so it's this is who we are, guys.
That's how crypto should be. This is how it's gonna be in the future. It's gonna be
Exactly.
normal. It's gonna be fun. This is how we want to make it. We want to make it fun. This is, you don't have to be. Oh, I have a superior mindset. I know what a Fibonacci retracement means. I don't know what that means. I honestly don't know what it means. I don't even care.
Yeah.
Right. But some people do. It's fine. I'm not hating on anybody.
Yeah, charts can only take you so far. I mean,
But you know what I mean,
if
right?
you're gonna
The protocols and learning. I'm like, obviously, we need to want to know what an oracle is. We want to know what smart layer,
but
layer
that's-
one.
That's different though. That's more of understanding crypto in entirety. People have been investing in the crypto for a long time that have never even touched a chart, don't know what a chart does, don't know how to read it, and they still make thousands.
Look at the sheep investors.
You know,
look at the sheep investors. There's people that have made money on sheep than someone that's been investing since like 2016.
Yep.
In 1 week, or they made the same amount. It took that person 5 years to make it. The sheep, they invested in sheep for 2 months, made more. That one guy put $1,000 or $3,000 in the sheep. He's a billionaire right now.
Yep.
He's a billionaire.
That's crazy.
No effort, just boop. Or Dogecoin.
There you go.
How much people made money on Dogecoin?
Yeah.
On Robinhood.
When it went all-time highs, not now. They're just
right,
sitting
but
there holding it. But
that's what we're saying. Crypto space doesn't have to be all fancy.
it doesn't have to be technical and all of that.
You just have to know, trust your gut.
Trust your gut.
Trust your research.
Do your own research. Don't listen to anybody tell you anything about the
You
next
make your
big
decision.
thing. If somebody tells you, hey, bro, this one's going to blow up, and you look at it and you say, okay, the tokenomics are great. This is great. It's at a good price.
Who partners with it?
We got a bunch of partnerships.
Yeah, with bear market, who's gonna have its back? In the bear market, if something happened, can it recover? If it tanks, if it had a 70% drop, can it recover?
Exactly.
Who has its back? What partner has its back? Like we own Cosmos. Cosmos nothing happened to Cosmos. Everyone loves Cosmos. All these, do you know how many partners Cosmos has? You know how many partners Polkadot has?
Chainlink.
Nothing's gonna happen to
everybody.
them. Nothing's gonna happen to them.
Yeah.
They're gonna get funded. They're gonna be fine. There's a lot of, but these new up and coming ones, those are risky because if they tank, who's gonna help them come back?
Exactly. So you just got to be mindful and understand where you're going, what you're putting your money into. And at the end of the day, man, we don't have crystal balls. We don't know the future. We don't know anything. We're on a hope and a prayer as well. The only difference is we feel comfortable with the research that we did to invest the money that potentially could go to zero. And if it does go to zero, then we're gonna eat it. You know what I mean? Like, hey, there's plenty of projects we invested in that went to zero before. It wasn't because, we aped in. It was just because that's what happened. You know what I mean? So hopefully you guys found some value in today's show. Every Friday, hopefully we're gonna try and do this. If you guys have any questions, please put them in the comment section. If you don't want to be public on the comment section, then please join our public Discord, where it's a safe place, man. It's a lot of people. We don't really know the demographic. It could be men, women, whatever.
It's a bunch. Yeah, it's a lot.
But it's a safe space. It's private. People are not gonna make you feel like you're dumb if you ask a question. It's just a safe space, man. So if you guys want to join that, it's in the Beacons link, the top link on there. So it's down in the description. Go to the Beacons link, click it. It'll be right at the top. It says join the Discord, and then you can go in from there. If you want to join us on our Instagram, our TikTok, or our Twitter, then you can definitely follow us there. They're right underneath John at CryptoLogic Pod, and we will see you guys on Monday.
And then there's the Apple and Spotify podcast as well. So go on there and type in CryptoLogic if you can't, if you're like going to work, or if you're working out, or going on a hike, walk, whatever, drive, and you don't want to have the YouTube up to listen to us on our pod. We are on podcasts there on Apple and Spotify and all that stuff too.
There you go.
So yeah,
we'll see you guys on Monday. Take care.